Welcome to week 6. You've done really well getting up to here. We're going to start in a very similar way to usual. In today's session, we're going to mainly be on the mat. We're going to use a chair, and today we're going to add in the use of a ball. So you can grab a kid's ball, a Pilates ball, or even a pillow, whatever you've got available to you. So coming onto your mat, sitting in a cross-legged position, trying to relax, we're going to start off with some Kegels. Today we're going to move straight on to holding for 5-second holds. So sitting cross-legged, taking a nice inhale, relaxing that pelvic floor, relaxing that tummy, and pulling up that pelvic floor now on that exhale. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, relaxing that pelvic floor, relaxing that tummy. On that next exhale, pull up that pelvic floor from the back passage to the front as high as you can for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling and relax. Exhale and pull that pelvic floor back up for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and relax. On that exhale, let's pull up that pelvic floor again. Nice and high, trying to breathe naturally once you've held it up for another 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that one more time now. On the inhale, relax everything. On the exhale, let's pull it up nice and high for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Staying on all fours here, we're going to go into cat-cow. But before we move, I want you to think about your pelvic floor. Before you move, before you take that pelvis under, I want you to engage that pelvic floor on an exhale. Once you've engaged it, I want you to then tilt that pelvis underneath, create a nice big C shape with your back, pushing against those hands, and really look towards your belly button. On your inhale, I want you to look up, stick that bum out, create a nice big stretch on your front. On your exhale, again, take that pelvic floor up, create that big C shape, and then on the inhale, I want you to look up again, stick that bum out, feel that stretch. On your exhale, take that pelvic floor up, tilt that pelvis under, look at your belly button, create a nice big C shape, and then on that inhale, look up again, and feel that stretch all the way down your front. Last one, or tilt that pelvis under and look at your belly button. Staying on all fours now, we're going to work on donkey kicks. These are going to work our glutes, making them nice and strong, helping our back stay nice and strong. So I want you to be kicking that foot into the ceiling, aiming to keep a nice right angle between your lower leg and your upper leg. Keep that foot flexed, so point your toes down to the floor and really work from that glute. Aim to keep those hips nice and still, parallel to the floor, and exhaling as you kick. Now let's switch sides. Every time you kick that knee up, exhale, try and tighten up that pelvic floor. Make sure you're being conscious of not twisting here, keeping your hips nice and level to the floor. Really keep that glute working. Let's get that mind muscle connection going. And we're coming to an end on this one. Nearly there, and last one. Well done. Staying in all fours, we're going to now move on to fire hydrants. This is a very similar move, but now we're kicking on leg to the side. Keep that right angle and keep that knee in line with that hip. Bringing it back down each time and out. Exhaling as you lift that leg up for me. Good, nearly there, and now we're going to switch sides. Lower one leg and work the other side now. Exactly the same movement for me. So you're going to be using your glute. The side of the glute should be switching on, still aiming to keep those hips nice and level to the floor. No twisting is required here. All the work should be coming from your glutes here. Keep that foot flexed, and we're nearly there. Well done. Now coming onto your feet, grabbing that chair and grabbing that ball. We're now going to do squats with ball squeezes. So you're going to be sitting down, inhaling, relaxing. As you stand back up, you're going to squeeze that ball and exhale and tighten up that core. So let's start. Inhale, relax everything. Exhale, squeeze that ball as you stand up. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze that ball with the arms. Inhale, relax, squeeze that ball. So keep moving like this. You're going to do this a number more times. I want you to think about your core. So as you squeeze that ball, squeeze that core together as well, squeezing those glutes. As you stand up, I want you to think about keeping your hips under your ribs now. And so those arms should be working, those glutes should be working, and that core should be working. For the last time now. Now moving on to ball squeezes with toe taps. You're going to hold the ball at shoulder height, straight arms, and you're going to squeeze that ball while you take one leg behind you in a straight line. You're going to tap that toe behind you, working that glute. So as you squeeze that ball, exhale, tighten up that core. As you bring it back in, you're going to relax. So alternating feet each time, taking a step back, squeeze that ball, switching legs, squeeze that ball, take that step back. As you squeeze that ball, your shoulders will start working, and I also want you to continue to think about your core. We're working those shoulders, that core, and the glute here. It's a really nice full body move here. Small movements, but they should be working all of those areas. Putting that ball down, and we're going to stick with the chair, and we're going to do chair planks with step in and out. So get into a nice plank position, shoulders under your hands, in a nice straight line with your body. You're going to take a step one leg at a time, in and out, and then alternating the leg that goes back. Stepping in and out and back into that plank position. I want you to really think about your breath now and really keeping that core as tight as you can the whole time that you're here. So continuing to breathe, but really keeping that core nice and stable and tight. In a plank position, you create quite a lot of downward pressure on the core, and with diastasis, we want to really learn to manage this now. Staying with the chair now, we're going to do chair planks but with arm raises. So keeping our legs nice and still, we're going to raise one arm at a time. So we're trying to avoid any rocking, any twisting. I just want you to move one arm, keeping that plank position nice and still. So tighten up those glutes for me, tighten up that tummy, and alternate the arm that goes in front. As you do this, you probably want to look a little bit in front of you, hold that tummy in, really manage that internal pressure, and keep moving those arms. So we're getting a little bit of shoulder work in here, but we're still trying to build up that core strength. So keep that tummy tight, use your breath, continue to breathe though. If you need to reset at any point, reset and then start again. So now coming back onto your mat with that ball, we're going to do kneeling hip thrusts. So I want you to kneel down, put your bum on your heels, and as you lift those hips up, I want you to squeeze that ball overhead, squeezing those glutes and that tummy at the same time. So inhale as you go down, exhale, tighten that tummy, glutes, and squeeze that ball all at the same time. We're trying to get a whole body movement in here. Keep moving and flowing through this movement. Be really conscious of working all of those different aspects. So really aiming to keep your hips over your knees at the top, aligning those ribs over those hips and over those knees. Really good. Trying to keep those arms above your head for me and squeeze every time. Nearly there. Well done. Really nice. And now we are going to move back into getting our heart rate up a little bit. We're going to try a reverse lunge with a high knee. So taking a step back with one leg, taking that knee towards the floor. And as you come up, I want you to raise that knee nice and high. I want you to really tighten up that tummy as you lift that knee up. Alternating sides each time. As you're reverse lunging, I want you to be conscious of keeping those hips nice and level to the floor. No leaning to one side, and drive that knee every time up and squeeze. Squeeze that core. So inhale as you go down, exhale as you raise that knee now. Well done. Keep moving like this. You should be nice and warm. You should be getting that core really working. Those legs should be really on fire now, and well done.